What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the first look at Football Manager 19 4-2 game. I'm KylexFM, and we are going to hopefully get a game underway today. So, the first screen we're at now is the match preparation screen. I would like to remind you that Newcastle's next match is in 3 days. Now would be a good time to review our match preparation training for upcoming matches. You can either oversee the match preparation yourself or leave it to your assistant. So, these are the ones being trained. I'm not sure why a copy of 442 is being trained. That must just be a bug. Yeah, and this is the familiarity. So, obviously, as the season goes, the more you use the tactics in games, the more you train the tactics, the more familiar your team will become with the tactics. And it does give you a nice little thing there. So it tells you what they're doing well at and what they're not doing well at. So in the Gegenpress, the pressing intensity is a bit awkward for them, and the marking's awkward. That's probably because of the free-flowing part of it, which is why if you're a smaller club in a big league, you probably don't want to be using a Gegenpress. So there's an example I didn't expect to be showing you. Here's your home screen. We haven't really stepped on this yet. You can actually change these. So you've got player stats. We've got no player stats yet because we've not played any games. We've not made any promises, but that probably doesn't need to be a thing. So we've got training. Should we go with training performances? So it will tell us here now what who's good and who's not in training. You've got your finances and salaries. You've got your board confidence. You can. I think you can. No, you can't. But you can. You can't change the size of the things and that. But you can move them around a little to have what you want in them. So the top bit is basically your next game, the information on your next game. I don't know if that means they don't have a manager or what. A little bit of injury news there for both teams. Bjorn Coplin is out with blisters. Then you've got your fixtures here. Again, board confidence. You've got your team stats. So we've scored no goals. We've conceded no goals. 100% record so far, guys, which is awesome. We probably didn't need the training performance there because we've actually got it here. The worst trainer is John Joe Shelby, which is shocking. And Lascelles is the best trainer. So again, we probably don't need that there. So we can probably put something else there. I don't know. Contract expiry dates. Why not? So the next 2 contract expiry dates are there, and they need to be seen to. So this is your home page. This is up here. You've got your profile there. This is your manager profile. Ours will be pretty bang average because we've not done anything yet. You can retire from the club. You can go on holiday in between matches or whatever if you need to get to a certain time. If you're doing a story-based mode, here's your contract info and all that. You can resign from the actual full game. That's resign from the club, and the retire is retire from the full game. So the manager's literally out of the game, which I don't know why you do that. You just stop playing, wouldn't you? But anyway, your promises, your relationships. So we've got no relationship with anyone apart from Craig Calther is our acquaintance, and we're quite close to Oscar Hallin because we had all them questions from him. So there's my history. Tells you a bit about what's going on. I've been at this club for 3 days, and my total career earnings are £24,000, which is awesome. Just waiting to get paid now. And this is your notebook where you can add all your little notes and stuff, which is pretty cool if you want to use it. I don't know where mine is at the minute, but I actually have a proper notebook. It's not sad or anything. It's not sad. So let's go the transfer inductions. So we're just going to leave that. Again, it's the same as all the others. You can choose each one individually, whether you want backroom staff or you to handle the things. Weir has signed a new contract keeping at the club. The new contract will see him promoted from the under-18s physio to take up. Right, okay, so he's been promoted to the under-23s. Okay, that's good. Langley set to scout for West Ham. Okay, we're not going to go too in depth with losing players and keeping players. This is a reminder to conduct the pre-match tactical briefing for Saturday's game against Bromby. So the strengths with this, with the thing we're actually playing as, formation we're actually playing with. This is our strengths. So we're quite strong in defence. We're quite poor up front. That will be because players seem to be playing out of position. We'll have a proper look at the tactics in just 1 second. In fact, we'll do that now actually. Tactics. So we'll go to tactics. Right. How do you... Okay. How do you get the... I literally don't know how you get the this up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, now where are the players gone? No, there we go. Right, okay, so yeah, Richie and Shelby obviously aren't attackers, and that's our problem. So we can change that there, and we can put Shelby there, which will help a little bit, but Shelby's not a winger. Kennedy is. The problem we've got, though, is Ki Sung Young and Muto are not here yet. So we can put in Perez there, and we'll put him as an... We'll leave him as a pressing forward. Attack. And Rondon can be a target man, support. So he can hold the ball up a little bit. And as for Ki Sung Young, can Kennedy play in the middle? We can't. I thought we could. Okay, so we won't be playing him there. Mo Diarmi, he can go there. And we'll play him as a deep line playmaker. Kennedy does play a bit better forward, but and so does Richie, I think, but we don't want to leave it open too much. So we'll just go with that. As you can see, if we go back to the inbox now, it's got a little bit less red and a little bit more green. Again, as Newcastle, I would be looking to build the team up a little bit because the team is not very strong. So we are going to... You can handle the briefing yourself. I'll do that just to show you. And basically, this is... There's a fair overall mood in the dressing room, but 1 or 2 players seem to be distracted. So you can emphasise your tactics. We'll go with our 4-4-2 formation. We need to adopt a curious mentality. Our cautious mentality requires... Okay. We're going to distribute quickly. And then we can move to players, opposition instructions, squad, and plans. So you can go up and down these. Out of possession instructions, in transition, yep. We'll go with lower defensive line, and then you can click that. And then that's your thing. You can just leave it to you, and then you can hand it over to your assistant manager and he'll finish it. Or you can just give it to an assistant manager if you don't want to do all that. So yeah, that's awesome. Jamal Lascelles again, top of the pile for training. Backroom staff induction again. You can just do it here, backroom staff or manager, or you can take the full induction by clicking down the bottom there. And here we go into the team. So the first thing you get is this, which is awesome. Your little information. If you played them before, if you're playing in the league or whatever, you'll get your recent form. You'll get like past scores and things like that. Down here, oh sorry. Down here you've got Bromby's biggest strength and potential weaknesses, which is very helpful. You got the rest of the fixtures today, the rest of our fixtures, and a little bit of information about the match. So you can go to Newcastle team selection, Bromby team selection, your briefing, opposition reports, or stat pack. There's no point in going to the stat pack or anything like that at the minute because we've not played any games. So you might want to make sure that the players you've picked are not on holiday. That normally helps. And we've got quite a few, so we're just going to have to right click them off and go with that. Mankio, Kieran Clark. As it's a friendly, we can take as many subs as we need to take. Obviously the blue highlighted guys are on loan, these are on holiday, and these are injured. So we're taking all our players, we're going with the custom direct counter attack, and I think it's custom because we changed something. Otherwise it'd just be direct counter attack. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to play one half in 3D and one half in 2D, just because I don't think there's going to be enough information to go over now we've gone over all this information to make another full episode. So we're just to play one half of the game in 2D and one half of the game in 3D, and hopefully it might be a little bit longer than the usual the last few videos, but we'll hopefully keep it as close as possible. So let's submit the team. Dwight Gale apparently isn't available. Okay, we knew that. Submit the team and we can go from there. As you may or may not be able to hear, there is match sounds. I don't know if it's too loud or not, but I will be turning them off in a moment. I just want to show you the beginning because the sounds in it now are quite new. It used to be just a roaring all the way through the game, which got a bit tedious, but now it actually, slows down and builds up and stuff like that. So I do want to show you that. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. If it is, just turn your volume down for a second and I'll let you know when to turn it back up. So this is our team. This is how the other team is starting. So they're playing a 4-2-3-1, which seems to be quite popular in this game. And we're going to go with a boring 4-4-2. Then when we come into our team talk, we're going to go opposition instructions. So the assistant manager will give the instructions on the opposition, who to mark, who to go in hard on, who to stand off of, and things like that. As you can see, the conditions okay, but the fitness isn't great at the minute. So we're going to go with passionate. No, we're not going to go with passionate. We're going to go with calm. It's only a friendly. Come on, get with it, Kylex. And we're going to go with you can play without pressure out there today. And we're going to hand it over. There's no green, but there's no red either, which is good. So we're going to end the team talk, which you don't have to click the end the team talk apparently, according to the SI team. You can just click kick off. And then we have this wicked little graphic here where, you can see the teams warming up on the pitch, which is really good. Right, I feel like the sounds are very loud, and I don't know if that's just me, so I am going to turn them off now, just for safekeeping. It doesn't really matter about sounds. You're not going to buy a game for some mocked up sounds. So, the army headers clear. We will, however, we'll go with extended highlights, but we'll make it a bit quicker. and we are 1-0 down already. So you've got your typical buttons here. You've got your tactics where you can change things there. You've got your pitch, which is basically just going back to the pitch. You've got your analysis page, so you can see like heat maps and stuff like that, all this good stuff. You've got your stats and your updates. Your updates, your scores and stuff like that. Then you've got your make sub. You can change your tactic here if you need to change it. Change your mentality there. Your team instructions you can change. Opposition instructions. This is what the assistant manager's done. Doesn't look like he's done much, to be fair. So ask assistant. He's changed a couple of things there. He's just like, yeah, I'll do a little bit. I'll just do a little bit, bare minimum though. And then it will come up. Tactical change will take place in the next break of play. And then the best one is the shouts. So I use this quite a lot. And basically it's just a quick shout to say, you know, tell the team what to do a little bit, rather than, you know, going into instructions and doing all that. You can just go, calm down, you know, show some passion if they're not fighting hard enough, tighten up if you're defending a narrow win, demand more if they're not working hard enough. You know, there's all them sort of good things with the shouts. That's awesome. I really can't. I think, well, I don't know in FM19 if it works, but FM18 they were my thing. I used to shouts all the time. So at the minute things aren't looking great, so we are going to go from cautious to attacking, and hopefully we can actually pull a little something out of the bag. One thing I will say though, guys, is that the 3D match engine is good, but it is obviously a lot more demanding on the PC, so you can change the graphics to make it a little bit easier on your PC, you know, make it so the graphics aren't, you know, excellent, you know, they're just good or things like that, and that will help your computer run quicker. But I prefer 3D graphics. I just think it's more entertaining, especially when I'm streaming as well and doing my YouTube videos, because I think it's more entertaining and it's better for the viewer. A lot of people though, on the other hand, prefer the 2D match engine, because you're getting a more tactical look over the pitch, you know, with the dots. So there's no right or wrong way, it's preference. I prefer the 3D, and I know a lot of people that prefer the 2D, so it's completely up to you. We will just be taking a look at the 2D in the second half of the game, so we have a bit of the best of both worlds. You can just click these. These are just basically like information that your coaches and assistants are saying to you, to, you know, things they're noticing that you might not notice. So that's good. We're closing on half time now, and Perez has just picked up a yellow card. Fernandez has got a free kick. Richie inside. Shelby with an absolute terrible ball. Why are we playing him? He trained bad. That was terrible. And this, he's just, I'm glad he can't shoot, because he just outdone our full team there pretty much. So both our strikers are on yellow cards, which is awesome. And now Lascelles, okay, brilliant. Right, we've reached half time. We're going to go tactics because something's not working. We're going to try this. We're going to try the Gegenpress. We're going to put Joselu up top. And we're going to put Hayden as a ball-winning midfielder support. Shelby can be a deep line playmaker support, and Diarmi can be a Mazzella, because we've got the support, because we've got the ball-winning midfielder. a Mazzella works well if you've got a ball winning midfielder or an anchor man in the DMC position, because then he can cover him sort of wandering a little bit. So we're going to try that, guys, and see how that works. We're going to go to Team Talk. Assertive. I don't care if it's only a friendly. Got some green there, that's good. End Team Talk. We do want to start the second half. Pause it. We're going to go to 2D Classic. And we're going to slow it down. No, we're not. We're not going to slow it down, because we are actually over the 20-minute mark now that I wanted to keep the video below. So we're just going to play this second half in 2D, so you can get a feel for the 2D match engine, which is a favourite for a lot of people. Richie is marching forward and easily dispossessed in the end. Richie with a free kick, not even close to goal. Not a lot happening. So as you can see, you do get more of a tactical view in the 2D match engine, because you can see, you're looking down, you can see the formations, you can see when people are out of formation, you can see when you know how far they're moving out of where they should be. So you can see we've got the 4 there, we've got the 3 there, and then we've got the 2 there, and then the 1 there. We're still in formation pretty much. Joslu picks up the ball on the edge of the box, and it's given a penalty. Matt Ritchie will take. Is he going to take it? Don't miss it. He steps up confidently and then misses. He steps up confidently and then misses. So you've got to see a sweet little penalty. Richie crosses it in, trying to make amends for his terrible miss straight at the goalkeeper. Yedlin to Hayden. Shelvey. Back to Yedlin. Back to Shelvey, and no highlight there. The cells have been booked. Make sure he lays off tackles a little bit. Yeah, okay. We've sorted that out. Richie picks up the wayward pass. Shelvey. Diarme. Shelvey.